I'm here. Hey, Kim. Hello. I'm gonna wait. I know y'all waited long enough for me. I do apologize. Hey, Ronnie. How y'all doing today? I don't want to go over what I'm about to cover, so I'm going to wait for a few more people to come in, and then I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. Okay, Ronnie. I'm doing good. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start. The people that's coming in, if you get Kim, if you can keep them updated, I'm not gonna update them. I do know I was late a little bit. I apologize for that. Today I'm covering. It was an interview done last night with the lead attorney, local.com, and he interviewed Mr. Gennaro Zudiga. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. He is a journalist / investigator in Mexico. He also have like 5 awards, and he been with them for over 27 years. So he have no reason to put things out there in the world that's not true, because his life will be jeopardized as well as his job. I recorded the audio. I wasn't gonna do the whole video, so I do have a sliding of who y'all can see who I'm talking about. I'm gonna play the audio, and Mr. Zingata, he explaining the rumor that they were going around saying that Shanquella, Zana was not arrested, and I said myself, she's arrested, because I know she is definitely arrested, but by being a high profile, of course, nobody can find out where she at. She could be located in your city, my city. She could be located in any jail, holding her, waiting for, I believe, waiting for U.S. and Mexico to come with a conclusion to, I guess, about transporting her to Mexico and all of that. But I'm going to try to break it down. If you don't understand what Mr. Zingata said, I'm going to try to pause and then break it down. But I am going to play the voice recording. So let's start. Oh, and I do want to say this. Under Section 107, the Copyright Act 1976 allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. I do have that going down at the bottom of my screen. So this is fair act use. Thank y'all. Let me go ahead and get started. Let me hit play. And like I said, the audio voice is from the lead attorney, local.com. And he's translating this. He's doing an interview with Mr. Gennaro Zuniga. Okay? And please let me know if y'all can hear it. I'm about to hit play now. Hold on.
With that, I'm just going to, we're going to start this. It's going to be a little bit, touch and go because it's interpreted, but y'all just hang with me. It's going to require a little bit of patience, but the information that he's going to give you is so important. All right. We're not going to talk too much about the events, so much about what happened in the hotel room, because Lord knows we've all seen it, but we want to talk about the arrest. If there has been an arrest, the procedure, we want to know about all of this, right? And that's kind of the focus. And then after we get into all that, I'm going to bring you guys up if you want to ask some questions. Okay? All right? Okay.
Thank you, Kim.
So I just say, Gerardo, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all of the work that you have been doing in this case. Gerardo, muchas gracias por venir, por todos tus esfuerzos, tu trabajo en este caso. Realmente estamos muy agradecidos. Muchas gracias por haber venido.
Estoy cumpliendo con mi trabajo y mi labor informativa de investigar cada paso, cada detalle en el caso Shanquella.
Yes, he says that he is all in on the case that he has, on investigating the case. Every detail of Shanquella's case, he is on it, right? And he's committed to it, okay? So let's start off with the question of the day, all right? You reported that there has been an arrest, that Dion Janeiro has been arrested. Is that true? And if so, why do you think that's the case? Ok, vamos a empezar con la pregunta número uno, ¿verdad? Usted, tú hiciste una noticia que la señora Dion Janeiro fue arrestada. ¿Por qué piensas eso? ¿Y qué nos puedes decir en cuanto a eso?
Ok, primero que nada, quiero comentarles que el trabajo que nosotros hacemos como periodistas de investigación es investigar lo que está pasando al interior de las estructuras de gobierno.
Ok, y vamos a hacer esto porque yo tengo que traducir lo que dices, entonces voy a estar interrumpiéndote, ok, en cada rato para interpretar. He says the first thing he wants you guys to know is that, his job as an investigative journalist is to investigate, inside the structure of the government, of the system.
Okay. Este caso de Shanquella es un caso muy complejo. Justamente ocurre cuando tenemos un nuevo sistema de justicia penal en México que no permite que las autoridades salgan a informar a los medios los datos importantes de una investigación.
Okay. He says this is a complex case. This case is occurring at a time right now where we have a new system, a new judicial system, a new penal system. And this system does not permit the prosecutors to come out and tell or inform the media about some of the details of the case.
Entonces, como no podemos...
Let me pause that. So, again, he said that they cannot allow the public to know what actually is going on with the case, because these are processes that they have to take. Not only just because Mexico put a warrant out for expedited, they still have to contact where she lives, South Carolina. They have to contact that district. And once they contact that district, then the embassy have to, it's third-party means. They have to work together to make sure that this is what they're gonna do, not only for Dejana protection, but to make sure that they have the right person. They have enough evidence to charge her with murder. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm sorry. Hit play.
Nosotros obtener la información por la vía oficial, los periodistas que nos dedicamos a la investigación tenemos que recurrir a fuentes informativas al interior del gobierno para obtener datos e información de lo que está pasando de manera extraoficial.
Okay, so because we can't get information official anymore, we have to go inside and get inside government information in a way that's kind of extra judicial. All right, it's outside the normal process.
Fue así como obtuve información de que la joven Danae Jackson había sido arrestada por agentes federales en un lugar que se llama Connecticut.
Okay. According to his sources, listen, guys, Dejanira Jackson was arrested. She was arrested by the FBI. She was arrested in the state of Connecticut.
Okay. Do y'all hear that? She was arrested in the state of Connecticut. Now they have to get her back to North Carolina, because that's where, when they did that crime in Mexico, they went back to North Carolina. So they got to get her from Connecticut back to North Carolina, because she have to face the magistrate in North Carolina. So it takes its process.
El 21 de noviembre, la Fiscalía de Baja California Sur, que investiga el caso de Shanquella, solicitó al gobierno de Estados Unidos una orden de arresto con fines de extradición de Jackson. Y en base a los tratados internacionales, para que sea presentada a México.
So on November 21st, the prosecutors in Baja California asked the United States for an arrest order for Dejanira Jackson for her extradition back to Mexico.
Desde el día 21 de noviembre, cuando solicita la captura, un juez federal, de la corte, declaró a Dejanira Jackson prófuga de la justicia mexicana por el delito de feminicidio, por lo que solicitaron su arresto para que sea presentada en México.
Okay. Since that date on November 21st, a federal judge declared that Dejanira Jackson was basically a fugitive of justice from the Mexican system.
La información que yo obtuve fue que a ella la habían estado ubicando de Charlotte y había la última ubicación donde la localizaron fue en Connecticut, en casa de unos familiares.
Okay. He's saying that she was finally located in a house in Connecticut. It was a house that one of her family members had.
El debate hoy es dónde está Dejanay Jackson. ¿Fue arrestada? ¿No fue arrestada? ¿Cuál es el debate que se está generando ahorita en todo el país sobre la noticia que nosotros publicamos y que muchos medios nacionales y de Estados Unidos replicaron sobre su detención?
Right, so he's saying the question is now, guys, where is she right now, right? Was she really arrested? What's going on with the information that we published that now a lot of other national news media is publishing off the information that we published, that we provided?
Desafortunadamente, para los medios de Estados Unidos ha sido muy complejo el poder tener información de primera mano en virtud de que ellos están allá. Yo estoy directamente aquí en el lugar donde ocurrió el homicidio y puedo tener información de lo que realmente ha pasado, sigue pasando y va a pasar sobre el caso de Shanquella.
Unfortunately, for people in the United States, it's complicated to get the information firsthand. But I'm here. I'm here where the homicide occurred, right? I can get the details.
Entonces, como periodista de investigación, nuestro trabajo no es esperar a que la autoridad salga y emita una declaración oficial sobre un hecho que ha pasado. Nuestro trabajo es investigar, corroborar esa información y presentarla a la opinión pública para que sepan lo que está sucediendo o lo que sucedió y no esperar el proceso que, de acuerdo a la ley del Tratado Internacional de México-Estados Unidos, tardará aproximadamente 30 días en darse a conocer de manera oficial.
Okay. I'm going to say this, guys, but this is important, and I want to highlight this. He says, listen, as an investigative journalist, to be honest, it's not our job to wait until the news media puts out information. He says, that's our job to present information to the public. And we are not going to wait for a legal process, which in the United States can take up to 30 days to present this information to you guys.
En ese sentido, nosotros logramos obtener esa información y fue que la dimos a conocer. Ahora, en Baja California Sur, ningún funcionario puede dar a conocer de manera oficial la información sobre un proceso que se está sobre un caso que se está investigando.
Okay. And he says, so this is how we got this information and we published it. Okay. He says in Baja California Sur, the officials now cannot give information about an open case, a case that's being processed and investigated.
El artículo 311 de la Ley de Delitos contra la Procuración y Administración de Justicia finca a cualquier funcionario que salga a hablar sobre un tema como un secuestro, homicidio y feminicidio, una pena de 3 a 7 años de prisión y una multa de 200 a 500 días de salario.
He says that according to Article 311 of the Penal Code, or whatever code that they have down there of the law, it says that whatever official, government official, violates this prohibition on speaking on open cases, whether it's a femicide case, a homicide case, or a kidnapping case. Whatever official violates this prohibition can be sanctioned with a fine, and I think it was, like he said, 3 to 7 years in Mexican prison. Dijiste 3 a 7 años de prisión, de cárcel?
De 3 a 7 años de prisión.
Yes, 3 to 7 years of prison.
Entonces, nadie puede exponer a los medios de comunicación a un imputado en los casos cuando se lleve una detención. No se puede, en México no se puede.
They're saying in Mexico now, these prosecutors cannot give detailed information about a defendant when there's an open case to the news media.
Eso nos ha obligado como periodistas a cambiar un poco el sistema de cómo investigar casos, cómo obtener datos e información para presentarla a la opinión pública y poder exponer información de manera extraoficial, mientras la autoridad puede hablar del caso. En el caso de Jackson, la autoridad únicamente va a poder hablar cuando ella sea vinculada a proceso penal, cuando ya un juez le haya fincado responsabilidades. Hasta entonces la autoridad va a poder salir a hablar y a dar toda la información y todos los detalles de lo que aconteció desde su detención.
So listen, and just to kind of go back a little bit, there's been a change. I talked to you guys about the change in the system. Do y'all remember that? I talked to you guys about that about a week ago, how the old system was in Mexico and the new system. The old system was crazy. All right, it was crazy. The new system has come in to add more fairness and more justice and more due process. All right.
So I don't know if y'all remember me when I did a live maybe a week ago. I told y'all when I was looking up Mexico, I said they look like they got a new system going on. I don't know if anybody remembered that, but if you remember that, put a 1 in the chat, because I said that myself. I didn't even have to hear from the lead attorney.
He's talking about, listen, now that there's a new system, guys, this has made the way that we as investigative journalists, it's made us change the way that we get information and present it to the public.
Exactly.
Now we have to do it in an extrajudicial way. We have to do it in an unofficial way. He says in Jackson's case, Janae Jackson, the only way that the prosecutors, that the government can talk about the case is when Janae is already down there and a judge has legally attached her accusations to her, right? Up until that point, the government officials are not going to be able to say anything.
La ley de extradición internacional que tiene México dice muy claro que únicamente va a poder solicitar extradición de personas que hayan estado involucradas en delitos dolosos, en este caso crímenes, feminicidios y secuestros, única y exclusivamente.
He says so that for the international extradition laws that the United States has with Mexico, he's saying that the people that can be extradited under these laws are only people who have been charged with murder, kidnapping, and femicide.
En este caso,
and let me say this, because hold on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that, but the reason why they saying this is because they charged with murder. Well, we know Janae is charged with murder. Now, down in Mexico, y'all, they do not believe in the death penalty. So the only way that they were able to expedite Janae, they made agreement that she do not face the death penalty. So whether she get charged in Mexico or United States, they agree that they will not seek her to see the death penalty.
1 de octubre de noviembre, el día 21 de noviembre, solicita la orden de arresto con fines de extradición de Danae Jackson. Para darle formalidad, solicita que se adopten medidas preventivas. Esto quiere decir que se protejan los derechos de la detenida, que no se viole el debido proceso, que no se viole el principio de inocencia en México.
This is important. It says, listen, on November 21st, when Mexico asked for a special type of arrest warrant that included the request for extradition to Mexico, because of course the case is going to be heard in Mexico, there were also requests for special protective measures, measures that would protect Dejanira Jackson, right? So that her rights are protected in Mexico under the new system.
Exactly.
Entonces, debido a esta ley de extradición, es complicado que en este caso el gobierno de Estados Unidos salga a hablar del tema, porque la investigación se está haciendo en México, la solicitud de extradición se hizo en México y solamente está colaborando con la investigación en el tema del arresto. Ellos traerán posiblemente su propia investigación o estarán trabajando con los datos que la Fiscalía les otorgó para ver el tema, pero quien ejecuta y hace todo el tema legal es México.
He says, so it would be weird, guys, if the United States government went out and talked a lot about this case. Because, to be honest, it's a Mexican case. The case happened in Mexico. The murder happened in Mexico. The trial will be in Mexico. Maybe United States government officials are carrying out their activities and their investigations with Mexican information or information that they've obtained by themselves. But the person that they are trying to get will be involved in the Mexican process. So this has very little to do with the United States.
Esta situación ha generado un silencio completo de ambos gobiernos, porque recordemos que aunque Danae Jackson sea acusada de homicidio, la fiscalía tiene que demostrar plenamente que fue ella quien asesinó a Shanquella. Entonces no puede salir a exponer el tema hasta que sea vinculada al proceso.
So this situation, the fact that it's Mexico and the United States, and the fact that Mexico has this new system, it's made this situation have a certain silence to it, right? Where neither government is going to say a lot. She was accused of femicide in Mexico, which means that the Mexican government has to prove that she did it. So the Mexican government, under the new system, can't come out, start giving out all of these details.
Exactly.
En mi teléfono tengo más de 100 llamadas.
Espérame. I just saw someone in the chat. See if I can.
Let me go a little farther. Well, actually, I'm gonna mute it. Hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't edit this part out, so this is why y'all don't hear me talking right now.
Pública, ¿verdad?
He's saying, listen, he can look at his phone right now, and he has over 100 calls from the news media asking him about information. What is he saying now, especially with some of you guys saying that he's a fraud? He's like, oh, okay, I did my job. All right, y'all want to call me a fraud? You do it. Why CNN? Why are you calling me? ABC, why are you calling me? I'm freestyling this, right? But let me not. I'm an attorney, so I like to freestyle. Let me just stick to what he said. He said in his phone, he has 100 calls, over 100 calls from news media, news outlets asking him for his information. He says, I did my job. Now you go do yours. You find out where she is. All right. I already told you she was arrested in Connecticut at a family member's house. Why don't you investigate? Why don't you find out where she is? Good.
Okay. Entonces yo les decía esa situación, pues porque a final de cuentas nuestro trabajo es nosotros como medio y como periodista de investigación, yo jamás me espero a que la autoridad vaya y me diga, sí, detuvimos a tal persona, o que espere la información ya que se fue vinculada al proceso, porque eso lleva un tiempo. Entonces, ese es el trabajo importante que estamos haciendo. Somos el único periodista mexicano que está informando sobre el caso Shanquella. Somos el único medio de comunicación aquí en Los Cabos que está informando todo lo que aconteció y rodea el caso de ella. Aquí yo no he visto.
Okay. He says, listen, our job as investigative journalists is to actually do the job. We don't wait because that takes time. That's the important part of our job. We are the only news media in Mexico that is publicizing all of the details in this case. We're the only ones.
Yo aquí en Los Cabos yo no he visto radio, difusoras, televisores, periódicos, medios de comunicación de Estados Unidos. No he visto a ninguno aquí donde se está generando la información. Todos han estado, muchos de todos ellos han estado solicitando la información, pero desgraciadamente, como les decía al principio, el nuevo sistema de justicia penal no permite hablar del tema y eso ha generado como desesperación de los medios de poder cómo obtener información porque no tienen personas aquí en México y se ha generado.
Says in Mexico, I haven't seen radio down here. I haven't seen the TVs down here. I haven't seen American news media down here. Now, they're all calling and asking for information, but they can't get it because of the new system. This is giving them a desperation to try to get this information.
Entonces eso ha generado mucha desinformación, información falsa, rumores, muchos comentarios. Ahorita las redes sociales es un tremendo debate por el tema de si Deyaney fue detenida o no fue detenida. Es un tremendo debate porque los medios de Estados Unidos no están informando nada. No tienen información. Nosotros sí la tenemos. Entonces, nosotros estamos haciendo ese trabajo y nosotros estamos informando a la opinión pública lo que está pasando en el caso de Shanquella, porque así nos lo ha pedido a la gente.
Okay. He says this, so this is bread, the fact that they are locked out. Because of the new system, this American news media, the fact that they can't get any information, this has led to a lot of desperation. This has led on to rumors and to false information. And now you have this issue about was Diagenes arrested or not? What's the problem? The problem is the American news media isn't giving any information because they can't get it.
Okay. Entonces el caso de Yanaes lleva un proceso de acuerdo a la ley de extradición. Más o menos el gobierno de Estados Unidos deberá de tener un plazo de 20 a 30 días para poder resolver si extradita o no a esta chica. ¿Por qué? Porque ellos cuando al momento en que reciben la solicitud de extradición, ellos reciben toda la información del expediente. Ellos tienen que hacer una revisión de documentos, de pruebas, de elementos, para poder ver si la investigación está bien fundamentada y procede la extradición. Porque ellos también.
So he says, so according to the law, there's going to be a time period of about 20 to 30 days to decide if Diagenes is actually going to be extradited to Mexico. Once the United States receives their request, they get the entire file. Then the United States has to look at the file, look at the documents, look at the evidence to decide if this is a bona fide case or not. Okay. So once they review all of that in the 20 to 30 days, then they're going to make that determination.
Recordemos que a pesar de que ella.
Okay. And he's not lying about that, but I read that it take up to 60 days. So she can be wherever they got her arrested at. She can be sitting there for 60 days. They have up to 60 days to say, yeah, she the cause of Shanquella's death. We're going to go ahead and start. They're already extraditing her, but she could sit in United States jail for up to 60 days.
Está acusada de un homicidio, también tiene derechos que el gobierno de Estados Unidos tiene que hacer valer. Entre ellos, escuchar su defensa, facilitar los recursos legales para que ella se defienda también, como asistencia de un abogado. Y en dado caso que después de todo se revise el expediente y si consideran que hay elementos, entonces proceder. Y si no, tiene 30 días para proceder. Si no, pues simplemente, si no hay elementos, simplemente ellos van a hacer su trabajo, que es proteger a su ciudadano americano.
He says, so we need to remember, guys, I mean, we all saw the fucking video, all right? I added that. I want to inject myself into this so bad, but try to keep it clean. He says that we need to remember that Diagenes has rights, basically due process rights. So the file about whether she should be extradited or not is going to be reviewed. And if after that review they determine that there's not enough evidence to extradite her, you know, they're gonna assume the job that they have to do, which is to protect her because she is in fact an American citizen, right? So the United States isn't legally just gonna toss her away. They're gonna go through the due process because she's an American citizen, and they're just gonna say, okay, we're not just gonna give you to the Mexicans blindly. We're gonna take a look at this and see if there's a base. Is there a legal base for this? Is there a legal justification?
Entonces.
So pretty much is what he's saying is, with Shanquella being a U.S. citizen, they're going to make sure every evidence that they have on file in front of them, they making sure it's enough to let her go to Mexico. Because United States ain't going to say, like the lead attorney said, they're not going to say, okay, we just going to go by what we see, but it's not enough evidence, but we're going to let you go and get her. They're not going to do that. If y'all don't understand, Mexico and United States always had war with each other. If you cross that border, you know, some people do crime up in the United States and go to Mexico, and they know Mexico is not going to extradite them to United States. So it's like they got to come together and say, yeah, this is enough. We have enough evidence. They have, I mean, it's nothing but all evidence in their face. So, how you say, sufficiency evidence is everything here to say, yeah, Dejana, you have to go face your crime you did. But United States is more like a fighter for her. Let's just say that United States is pretty much fighting, and Mexico want her. So that's how I'm trying to break it down that way. But throughout the video, you will hear Mr. Zingata say they have more evidence. So I'm going to let y'all continue to listen.
Dependiendo las pruebas que la fiscalía tenga en su contra, es como se va a resolver su caso. La acusación penal que hay en contra de ella es por el delito de feminicidio. Ese delito en México tiene una penalidad de 30 a 60 años de cárcel y una reparación integral de los daños. Entonces la Procuraduría o la Fiscalía de México ha logrado obtener elementos, según la información que logré obtener de un informante dentro de la Fiscalía, que tiene elementos suficientes de peso para poder acusarla de manera formal del homicidio de Shanquella. Y no solamente es el video.
Says, okay, so the accusation against Deanne reads is femicide. And according to the law, that is a crime punishable from 30 to 60 years in prison and a fine. He says, now the prosecutor has certain facts, certain proof. And this is according to his contacts that he has, that Gerardo has in the prosecutor's office, that they have certain proof that she committed this crime of femicide. And it's not just the video.
Entonces, la Fiscalía tiene, en esta investigación que hizo, en el expediente tiene pruebas como testimoniales de dos personas que prácticamente la están señalando.
I'm going to stop that right there. Okay. What he about to say now, pay attention. Just listen to what he's about to translate, what Mr. Zingata just said.
Contacts in the prosecutor's office, they have more evidence than just the video. They have testimony from two people that are talking about the case and that are pointing fingers. Wow. And let me just take a second again, guys. Do you think fucking CNN is going to tell you this? Do you think ABC is going to tell you this?
I
Do you
gotta
think
pause
fucking
that.
Fox?
So do anybody can guess? Could anybody guess who they think the two people are that's telling? Let me see it in the comments. While I fast forward this video, I'm gonna mute it, but I want to see in the comments, who do y'all believe the two people are that's actually talking to the officials? Can y'all write it in the comment, please? While I fast forward the video. Okay, I seen Elisa and Malik, and I seen Nazir and Alicia. I'm gonna say, I didn't think about Malik because he has been quiet. So I'm gonna say the two people that's been quiet, Miss Sylvia guessed it right. Well, I don't know if she guessed it right, but I'm going with Sylvia guess. Because those were the two people that's been quiet. And it makes sense. It could be those two. Somebody said Winter and Malik. Wow, I don't know, but they do have two people that went to the authorities and told everything. But y'all didn't hear it all yet. Y'all didn't hear it all yet. Hold on. I just had to let him keep talking. Yes, let me say this. This is the lead attorney, local. His channel is up there, and this is Mr. Gennaro Zuligan. He's from Mexico. He works exactly right there with the authorities. So I want to give a shout out to them. And I know they don't mind. I know Mr. Lee don't mind me doing this because he did say share it. But I just, had to do it my version. Hey, Pat. Hey, Pass. Hey, eyes, tight eyes. Okay, let's finish.
Testimoniales y hay material, audios dentro del expediente de algunas situaciones que se generaron entre Shanquella y Jackson cuando venían de Estados Unidos a México.
So he says, listen, guys. Wait, 1 second.
Let me pause.
There's not only the video, of course, but there's testimony from two people. And there is audio in the file, audio between Shanquella and between DeAngenays while they were coming to the United States, while they were coming from the United States to Mexico.
Did y'all just hear that? And I don't know, somebody screenshot, and I don't know if they know if I can see it or not. I can't see when somebody's screenshotting. I don't know what you're screenshotting, but somebody is screenshotting. But did y'all just hear what he said? 1 or 2 in the chat, because y'all know I'm not good with, I'm not good with rewinding back. I've been went all the way to the beginning because I didn't write down the time. Hey, 100 Realtor. Y'all know what he just said. Kim, you heard what he just said? They have more evidence in the phone that obviously it was something between Dejanay and Shanquella. They must have words before they even made it to Mexico, y'all. Yes, they had conversation on the way on the way to Mexico. So in U.S., so that could be a crime. There it go, right there. That can be that definitely is a crime because they discussed something in U.S. in United States. That could be a charge for United States. They can get a charge in the United States. That they had a conversation in the U.S. all the way down to Mexico. Let's continue.
¿Cómo vinculó la fiscalía para poder acusar a Jackson de feminicidio? Para poder acusar a una persona de feminicidio, uno de los elementos que se necesitan es tener una relación afectiva entre ambas personas, sea una relación de amistad o una relación de sentimental. Esos son elementos importantes para que una autoridad o la fiscalía aquí en México pueda acusar a una persona de feminicidio. No cualquier, ahorita te pongo un ejemplo, no sé si les quieras explicar eso.
He's saying that, so how has it come about that the prosecutors have accused Jackson of femicide, right? He says, now listen, one of the factors to be able to accuse someone of this is that there has to be some type of relationship between the people. It can be a friendship or it can be a sentimental relationship, but there has to be some connection. This is fundamental in order to accuse someone of femicide.
En este caso, la fiscalía logró una entrevista con el papá de Shanquella y él fue el que testificó que había una relación de amistad de mucho tiempo entre ambas, lo que va a valer como prueba para poder demostrar que había un vínculo de amistad que databa de mucho tiempo atrás y por lo tanto es un elemento para poderla acusar de feminicidio.
Entonces, los de la fiscalía entrevistaron al papá de Shanquella. Wow. Okay, guys, listen. What Gerardo is saying is that in this case, the prosecutors were able to get an interview from the father. And the father testified in that interview, or stated in that interview, testified might be the wrong word. The father stated in the interview that there was a friendship between Shanquella and between Diogenes. And so his testimony provided that fundamental factor of the friendship that the prosecutors would need in order to charge Dion as a femicide case, as a person who has committed femicide.
Entonces, por ese delito de feminicidio se castiga de 30 a 60 años de prisión y en este caso, si es encontrada culpable, pues va a tener que ser condenada a ese tiempo. Hay otros elementos de prueba. Se pudiera decir que agravan la situación, porque se movió la escena del crimen, se alteró cuando pasa que la agrede a golpes, la mueven del lugar donde ella quedó, la cambian a otro lugar, cambiaron muchas cosas dentro y no fue sola. Hay otras personas involucradas de las que no me gustaría todavía hablar, te lo diré más adelante sobre quiénes más están involucrados en este caso.
Cuando dices que la movieron, ¿de dónde a dónde?
De la habitación del segundo piso donde ella estaba hacia la sala.
Okay.
Ahí dejaron su cuerpo. De hecho, le pusieron ropa, la cambiaron.
Okay.
Entonces, eso es un delito. En México es un delito porque estás alterando la escena del crimen.
Okay. Wow, guys.
I'm sorry, I meant to say you good.
So for this case, it's kind of 30 to 60, 30 years to 60 years if she's found guilty. And if she's found guilty, then she's going to have to serve that time. He says, in addition, this is so deep. He says, in addition, there's other proof that aggravates the circumstances. He says that they moved her. They moved Shanquella.
Okay. So listen to this part. Listen to this part real clear, y'all, because I cannot go back. I'm not going to rewind it back. We moving right along.
And also that Shanquella was not alone. Like, there are other people. Now, he says that he can't talk to us about these other people yet, but he would tell us later. So I said, well, hold up. When you say they moved her from where to where? He says, yes. They moved her. She was initially in the second-story bedroom, and then they moved her to the family room, and then they put clothes on her. And that's an aggravating factor. That's an aggravating circumstance because you're basically tampering with the crime scene. Guys, this is so deep. CNN is not going to tell you any of this.
Por eso es que el caso Shanquella ha generado, vamos a decir, una situación muy compleja. Ha sido un caso, de hecho, cuando sucede el caso de Shanquella, los amigos tratan de engañar a la autoridad que investigue el homicidio. Ya no digamos el reporte y todo eso que ya quedó atrás. Desde que la fiscalía asume la investigación, lo primero que se encuentra es un intento de engaño por parte de ellos. ¿En qué sentido? En el sentido de que mintieron al negar que haya sido golpeada. La autopsia de Shanquella duró aproximadamente 3 horas y se terminó la madrugada de las primeras horas del día 30 de octubre. Se terminaron de hacer la autopsia y cuando terminaron y fueron a interrogar a los amigos de Shanquella, ellos ya no estaban en la villa, ya se habían ido, se habían cambiado de hotel.
El hotel, pero se cambiaron del hotel, pero todavía estaban ahí en Los Cabos.
En Villa, sí, en Cabo. Estaban ellos en Cabo y se cambiaron a otro hotel para que ya no les preguntaran nada.
Wow. Guys, listen to this. Listen to this. He's saying, so like, guys, listen, he's saying this is why the case is so complex. He says that when the case first occurred, the friends, they lied to the government officials, right? And so the government officials noticed this immediately. He says so that when the government officials looked at the case, they noticed the fraud, the lies. First, the friends lied, saying that she hadn't been beaten, right? Then they conducted the autopsy. When the autopsy came back, the officials went to look for the friends.
Hold on, let me pause that. Please listen closely. Please listen closely.
The friends changed hotels. They changed hotels. They fled from one hotel to another hotel in the same area. But they didn't just switch rooms, they switched whole hotels to evade the officials.
Wow.
Entonces es el trabajo que nosotros hacemos como investigadores, es obtener toda esa información que no tienen muchos medios, desgraciadamente, porque no están en el lugar donde se está generando la noticia. Y el trabajo de nosotros es precisamente hablar con los investigadores del caso, obtener información en un lado, información en otro, y vas armando un rompecabezas de qué fue lo que pasó. ¿De qué fue lo que pasó?
Guys, this is so important what he says right here. And again, he's kind of intimated it before, but we all should know this, all right? He says, listen, so this is our job as investigative journalists that other news media cannot do because they are not here, right? Our job is precisely to talk to the investigators. And you're getting information from here, you're getting a little information over here, you're getting a little information over there, and you're trying to put it all together. You're trying to put the pieces all together, right? This is something that only he can do.
Entonces esa es la situación que se da. Y por eso nosotros a veces como que entendemos que nos cuestionen y digan, porque es difícil para muchos poder hacer el trabajo que nosotros hacemos, en ese sentido arriesgando nuestra integridad, arriesgando nuestra vida, porque estamos ante un caso realmente complejo, un caso peligroso, incluso para otras personas que están involucradas, ¿verdad? Entonces, es una situación muy difícil y se ha manejado con mucho sigilo, con mucho cuidado. Primero porque la víctima es una persona, en el caso estadounidense, entonces asesinada por otra estadounidense. Entonces es difícil para las autoridades manejar este tema, porque aquí ya intervienen las embajadas, derechos humanos, entran una serie de instituciones que tratan de cuidar mucho cómo se está haciendo la investigación, que no se sepa mucho, que se mantenga como reservada la información, ¿verdad? Pero
so, I mean, everything that he's saying is so true, guys. He's saying, listen, so that's the situation. And, we can understand why some people question us, because it's difficult for others to do what we do, to get the information that we get. Plus, and you guys have seen this, you guys have seen some of these videos talking about this man. He says his reputation is on the line. Their reputations are on the line. Their lives are on the line. And he said something very interesting. He said not only are their lives on the line, their reputations on the line, but the lives of other people and the reputations of other people. Because let's not forget, Gerardo is getting this information from somewhere. All right? And maybe it's from a place that should not necessarily be giving this information. So everybody's ass is on the line to get you guys this information and to put out this information so that Shanquella's family, Shanquella's friends, the Black community, and the American community can know what the hell is going on in this case. No one is doing it but him. All right? But he says that this case is very sensitive. It's being handled very carefully. Why? Because let's be honest, the victim was an American who was murdered by another American. So you got two Americans involved, and y'all know how America is. All right, we think we're number one, because we are. But it's like, if you're going to mess with us, like, you need to dot your I's and cross your T's. So this case has been it's being managed very carefully on all sides, talking about the human rights aspect, talking about the international law aspect, the treaties, the international institutions. Everybody's trying to make sure that this case is being handled correctly. That's why it's so hard for this man.
Sheila, you said, how can they transfer a dead body? They didn't transfer the body. They left the body at the villa. They left the villa and went to one hotel. They must have knew by the time they took Shanquella to the hospital and examined her. They must have knew, we got to get out of this hotel and go to another hotel. That's what they did, but they left Shanquella's body at the villa.
To get the information that he needs to give to you, because no one else is saying anything about it.
Entonces, ¿ustedes creen que después de todo lo que les he platicado a tu audiencia, yo me voy a esperar a que la autoridad salga a darme una declaración? Por favor.
So he's saying, listen, guys, from everything that I've told you, do you really think that I am going to sit back and wait for the national government, maybe the FBI? Am I going to sit back and wait for these people to tell me something to report it to you? It's like, please tell me if you think that's the type of person that I am. That's the way that I would handle this case, right?
Entonces, ahorita lo que yo te estoy diciendo es lo que van a poder leer en el expediente cuando sea la primera audiencia de vinculación a proceso, una vez que traigan a México a Jackson. Eso es lo que ustedes van a poder informarse o saber cuando sea vinculada a proceso. Yo te estoy informando ahorita, en este momento, lo que todos los medios se van a enterar después de 2 o 3 semanas más adelante. Ese es el trabajo del periodista de investigación.
He says, listen, so you guys are going to see what's in the file. You guys are going to read the file. You're going to know what's in the file, but you're going to know what's in the file when she's in Mexico at her hearing. You're going to find out all the details in the file once she's in Mexico and being charged. My job is to try to get you that information before that. Before it's known through regular channels. Because I'm an investigator. That's my job, to give it to you before it comes out in the regular way.
Pues ahora sí, no sé si tengan alguna pregunta, tu audiencia, que nos quiera comentar algo, o tú que tengas alguna otra pregunta que quieras hacerme, con gusto. Aquí estoy. Tengo mucha información, pero no la quiero...
No, eso es perfecto, no.
Con eso es suficiente.
Yeah, yo creo que sí. For me, está perfecto. Okay, so this is what he's saying. And there are a lot of people in the chat. First of all, how my likes looking? 8,666 people.
Okay. Let me try to fast forward that, because he said something that's important and I don't want to miss it. But you know, he doing this talking about his channel. And again, I want to shout him out, the lead attorney. He did a great job translating Mr. Gennaro Zigana. He did a great job interviewing and translating for him. So let me go ahead and fast forward right quick. Okay, that was fast. Let me hit play.
You know, I've told you a lot right now, but I'm willing to answer questions. So if you guys have any questions, here's what I'm gonna do. And this could be sketchy, so I gotta watch it.
10 preguntas voy a contestar nada más.
¿Cuántas?
10.
Okay, so he says he's gonna answer 10 questions. All right, so I'm gonna do this. Yeah, let's just do this. All right, so if you have a question, here's what I want you to do. I want you to put a Q in the chat, put a Q, a colon, and then ask your question. All right, so he says he's gonna, well, we can't keep him here all day, but he's gonna answer 10 questions. So I'm just gonna try to find the questions at random. And whoever wants to ask a question can. Of course, not all of your questions will be answered, but I'll ask them. Okay. Jewelbox says, who found her? ¿Tú sabes quién encontró? ¿Quién fue la primera persona para encontrar a Shanquella?
Lucy, la agente de servicio de limpieza.
Okay. He says the person that found Shanquella was Lucy. Her name is Lucy. She was basically the maid. All right.
Okay, so y'all hear that?
Who else has a...
Did y'all hear that? He said the maid found Shanquella. In one earlier video, maybe a few days before he did this video, he also said the same maid, that's the cleaning service, she found Shanquella in the same position that she were in when they ended the life. She was sitting up on the floor by the bed. The maid came and found her, touched her, and said her body was already hard, and though the hours was from 7 a.m. to 12 noon, Saturday morning, the next morning.
Question. Mars says, what about the doctor? Otra pregunta, ¿qué pasó con la doctora? ¿Qué va a pasar con ella?
Actualmente la fiscalía abrió una investigación para investigar el delito de encubrimiento. Para ver.
Hold on. I even forgot that. I'm trying to read the chat and trying to listen to Spanish. I forgot the damn question. Se me olvidó la pregunta que le pregunté ahorita porque estaba leyendo el chat. ¿Cuál era la pregunta?
Era de qué pasó con la doctora.
Okay, so the question was, what happened to the doctor? Okay, sí, me puedes repetir lo que dijiste.
Okay, la doctora está bajo investigación por el delito de omisión. No sabemos la etapa que va, pero la fiscalía empezó una investigación sobre ese caso.
The doctor is under investigation right now for the crime of omission. We don't really know too much about that case, but it's being investigated right now.
Now,
all right.
Remember when I did a live on this? Remember, y'all, I told y'all that the doctor was under investigation, the nurse and the maid. They all have been, the maid has been interrogated, but the doctor and the nurse was deaf, and the police officer. They all are up under investigation about this.
Nina asked a good question. She says, why is Shanquella's dad denying he's talked to anyone? All right. La pregunta es, ¿por qué el papá de Shanquella está negando que él haya hablado con alguien en este caso?
No sé, pero no sé por qué está negando, pero eso está dentro del expediente.
Okay. He says, listen, I don't know why he's denying that he talked to anybody, but his testimony is in the file, right? And I will say this, guys. A lot of time, what did I just tell you guys about the secret courts here in the United States? If you had a case with
let me fast forward just a little bit. I don't want to go too far.
Del homicidio, del ataque.
He says that there were cameras, but only on the outside of the villa. There were no cameras inside the villa, no cameras inside the bedroom. So there was no cameras. Shout out to Evolution of Joy. That's a good question. La Ro dice, ¿por qué los involucrados pudieron salir de México? Why were the involved allowed to leave Mexico?
Porque cuando cuando pasa eso, se generó mucha confusión por la versión que habían dado y la necropsia se hizo ya muy tarde. Cuando termina la madrugada la fiscalía y regresa a la mañana siguiente a entrevistarlos, ellos ya habían volado. Volaron a Texas y después a Charlotte.
Wow. Okay, so he says, it took time for the autopsy to come back. When the autopsy came back, the officials came back to look for them in the morning. But guess what? They were gone. Then they went from Mexico to Texas. And then from Texas, they went to Charlotte. Okay? So I've lost count of how we are. We're going to do 3 more questions. Terry Key asks says a very important statement. And it's a statement close to my heart because I've lived in Mexico and I've seen what these journals have to go through, and none of you would do it. I promise you wouldn't. Terry Key.
I think that's for Cash Out.
By some of the little comments that some of these YouTubers are saying. I mean, you're talking to a man. You're talking to a man who risked his life. On the one end from cartel members, and on the other hand with the government. But I will tell you, if it were me and me being petty, and I'm trying to get out information and people are calling me a fraud, I'd be like, okay, you try to get it. We'll wait and see what CNN says, and they'll come back in 3 months. Like, I'm trying to get you the information now. So Fanatic asked a very good question. Fanatic says, okay, are the other 2 testimonies from the group 6? This will be the last question. Okay, entonces esto va a ser la pregunta final, pero también les dije a ellos que es muy bueno que tú eres un hombre muy, muy fuerte, porque algunos comentarios de estos YouTubers no muestran que ellos no aprecian el trabajo que ustedes hacen. Y realmente son ustedes los únicos que hacen este tipo de investigación. Okay? Esto es la única pregunta, la última pregunta. Y es, are the other 2 testimonies from the group of 6, los 2 testimonios que hay en el archivo, son de los 6 amigos?
Es correcto.
Oh, he said yes. He said yes. All right, guys, listen. And this is just the start, guys. Listen, let me just tell you, this case is going to be a long time. All right, this is just the beginning. Deanjanae Jackson is going to go to trial. Guess who's going to be at the hearings? This man.
Okay, that's it. That's it for that for the voice recording. But y'all heard it here. So pretty much, hey LG, pretty much what they saying, what Mr. Zingata said is, it take time to expedite. They already expedited her. They found her in Charlotte. They picked her up from Charlotte. I'm sorry. Where did they find her at? I'm so sorry. Well, they found her in somewhere else, but they got to pick her up from there, take her back to Charlotte. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Okay, they picked her up from some family member home in another state. Oh, come on, dog. So they picked her up. They took her to, I guess I'm assuming, North Carolina. Of course, by this being a high profile, they're not going to say that they have her in the jail cell. The magistrate, which is the judge or magistrate, have to go over the reports that they have, the documents. They got to make sure it is specifically showing enough to Connecticut. Okay, thanks for correcting me. They have to make sure it's enough to expedite her down to Mexico, because United States, gonna look at it like this is our, she's in the United States. We're not going to release her to Mexico if our judge don't find proper enough cause to say she caused the death of Dayzana. So with that saying, it is going to take a long process, but she only can stay in custody, according to Mr. Jangata, for 30 days. But I read up on it. But of course, they changed the law. You can stay in custody up to 60 days until they make the right decision. Hey, Emma. So anybody got any questions? Because it seems like my house about to get loud. People starting to come in my house. I'm sure she's not back in Mexico as of yet. She's not in Mexico. She is in somebody's jail cell in the United States. But like I said, they found her in Connecticut. They had to move her from Connecticut back to North Carolina. Hold on. And according to what we just listened to, they had already, so that means before they left the United States, it was already an argument or some kind of conflicts going on. So they still, the Dayzana still left the United States because they got text message in the phone that they had an argument or some kind of commotion. And then continue to go to Mexico. So now United States got to step in, and they got to get involved, because now it was like you committed a crime before you left here. So now South Carolina have to see what kind of charge they might have on her and probably the other 5. But 2 of the people out of the 6, 2 is talking to the authorities. So they have enough. That's probably why they had enough to expedite her. But because they expedite her, United States still have to go over everything before they ship her down to Mexico. So is there anything else anybody want to say? LG, wait a minute, but the Shelly said, but the girl that said she don't have to fight when she saw her taking a beating. If she had called the police, she may still be alive. Exactly. I think if all of them was, would have intervened, she may have still been alive. But again, I feel like when she was put in that headlock and swung around, I believe that's when her neck broke. That's how she hit the floor, the way she hit the floor. Because once she hit that floor, her bottom part of her body did not move. Yeah, she definitely not expedited yet. Not to, they got the paperwork, but again, it's a process. You got to go to North Carolina. You got to go to North Carolina State. The judge got to go through whatever paperwork they have, documentations, whatever they have on that documentations. It's up to him to say, well, she didn't commit a crime here, but we see she committed a crime in Mexico. So, this it's going to take process. So everybody have to have patience. But at the end of the day, Mr. Zengali, he will not do this. His job, his life is on the line. He have enough, whoever his source is, he know for a fact that Shanquella is arrested. He just can't tell where she's arrested at. Exactly what he said. He can't get no more, he can't give out no more info. But once the reports come out, everything that he said early on will be in those reports when they come out. And it was his job, his duty to let the world know what's going on. Because had he not have stepped in, and he's right there in Mexico, he's the investigator, journalist, all of that there. If he not had stepped in to do the investigation, we probably wouldn't have got this far. So everybody can rest on this, that Shanquella is arrested. And I take that man word. He has no reason to lie. And it's a high profile case, like I said before. When they do these cases like this, they will not, especially a murder, they will not release Dejana or anybody location for her protection. For her protection. That's why they will not say where she's located at. So I thought I'd break it down to y'all. I will play the audio and try to break it down to y'all. But y'all can look up. Let me see. Hold on, because I do have that information. Let me get out of this. Let me get out of this right quick and go to my files. Let me go to my files right quick. Bear with me. Y'all can look, y'all can Google. What did I Google? Shoot, hold on, because I got so many of them. I got to find it. My bad. Shoot, I thought I was ready and prepared. Y'all can go to Extradition, U.S. citizen being extradited to Mexico. That's how I Googled that, and a lot of information popped up. And the one that I hit is called Extradition Defense Attorney, and they'll break it down to y'all. What's the process of getting somebody from United States to Mexico? And I appreciate everybody coming in. Hey, Ariana, 26. Hey, everybody. I really do appreciate everybody coming in. The girl named Dizana, who is the attacker. The attacker is, her name is Dizana. Her name is so hard to pronounce, especially when you get tongue tied. So I can just only say what what comes out. Dizana. It could be Dwana too. And Ariana, yes. Trust or believe me, whatever information they have, I do know 2 of the Cabo 6 are singing. They singing. Dejanay. But of course, so everybody, whoever watching, y'all can share it if y'all want. But this is what it is. It's gonna take time. It's like 3 processes they go through. They go through South Carolina, well, Mexico, of course, because Mexico trying to expedite her back to Mexico. So from there, North Carolina. Then you got to go to the district court in North Carolina. You got to see the judge or the magistrate. Then the U.S. Embassy. Ain't nobody spoke of that. I forgot to mention that. So it's like different processes they have to go through, but they have up to 60 days to hold her, to detain her. They have up to 60 days according to what I read. Mr. Zengati said 30 days, but I know it's not going to be 30 days, but they have up to 60 days to have her detained to decide how they going to get her to Mexico, but Mexico do have a charge on her. And thank everybody, Silverback, LG, y'all can watch the replay. Let me see. Everybody that came in, of course. Kim Boyd, Miss Rita B, Ronnie Howard, Miss TNT, Shula, Miss Shula Dorsey. I'm going up the list, y'all. So I'm about to end this live. I gotta go get me something to eat. I am hungry. And I hope y'all got some kind of understanding on if the way I broke it down or the way Mr. Lee Attorney and Zengata broke it down. Tight Eyes, thank you. Pass, GM Williams, thank you for coming through. Pass, yes, Pass, GM Williams. I'm getting tongue-tied. 100% Real Torah, thank you. Sylvia Black, thank you, babes. Thank y'all. And if I didn't say thank you, I don't see nobody else's name. And I appreciate everybody coming through. Miss Alma, thank you. And the people in the woods, in the bushes, the clouds, whatever you want to call it. Ariana, 26, thank you. See, I almost forgot. I was about to end it. Thank everybody for coming through. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If you ain't already hit it coming in, hit it, leave it out. I love doing commentaries like this, and I will continue to do commentaries like this. And I appreciate everybody. Thank y'all. And have a good weekend.